When PNP turns green, the baptism of betrayal. To use a bunch of nonsense speaking, violence, and lie loving, clueless men, and maybe a heartless woman, to run the PNP party is like trying to use grandfather crab to anchor the Jamaican 4 by 100 relay team and putting Kishin, Seville, and Level on the sidelines too. So watch grandfather English crab no, and the race almost done. One leg is missing. Where is it hiding? Someone claims it's up in his butt. Okay. This is a SkyWALKER commentary. And it is a penetrating reflection on the collapse of loyalty in the PNP, the failure of leadership, and the coded ritual now sweeping across Jamaica. The irony is that this betrayal, this rejection, this venom, and the vengeance, it all makes sense. Oh, the spectacle of switching, the drama they carry out in slow motion for Mark Golding, Peter Bunting, Dayton Campbell, Damian Crawford, Angela Bromberg, and all their Rise United counterparts to watch. Like to say, watch me now, watch me now, how I am switching in style, and now I will drop a bomb on you. You. Craig Oates has been an asset for the JLP so far. Karen Cross is a lethal opponent. Lawrence Rowe, don't even go there. They shifted in slow motion so you would not miss this style. And you know, Rise United, you can't run, you can't duck, you can't escape the bomb. But it a go drop. I mean, more a go drop. Rise United so confused. Damian Crawford see everyone switching and accidentally switch too, campaigning for the JLP, saying that Andrew Holness is cutting a lot of ribbons. That's a lot of successes, Damian. One man went to confession without church, bearing his mind to Jesus. Oh, we bad mind the JLP, and we must start to hate them too. Mm-mm. He said we bad mind them, but we have to start hate them now. No, Darrell Vass is exonerated, isn't it? Isn't Darrell Vass exonerated now? Someone just asked Andrew, who, who are Andrew Holness Overman? Hmm? I hear somebody just asked who are Andrew Holness Overman. I said his name is spelled Jesus, and Mark Golding doesn't know him at all. Do you think that Mark Golding needs him to? What you think? Hmm? Hello? You think Mark Golding need the same man that Andrew work with? In the midst of Jamaica's 2025 election campaign, a peculiar ritual is emerging in public squares and village centers, a scene repeated with increasing regularity. Former PNP stalwarts, some with decades of red loyalty, now stand before crowds cloaked in green regalia. Water splashes on their heads. Hands are raised to the heavens. The crowd erupts. Yeah, yeah. New Jai, the more the merrier. But this isn't religion, it's rejection, a performance of betrayal, a baptism with no altar, only anger. Because you see, these Rise United people, they would destroy a party to take over, burning down the house in order to own it. And look at them now, talking foolishness, selling the crap, and even in public with their hands hiding far up behind them. People are seeing their secrets. People are seeing the hidden moves. Watch their hands that they hide. Find where their hands are, and you will see where they hide the crap. They are proving they can't do the job, and the comrades don't like it. Yes, they brought the great PNP down to nothing but a piece of dry bread, and the comrades are angry. But to be honest, not even the JLP likes it. This is not about the election. It is about reclaiming their party because these rice men are only in it for themselves while the original PNP was for the comrades. I said even the JLP are angry at these people for what they did to the PNP. So they are moving away in slow motion and they hope that one day their party will be rebuilt. There is the collapse of confidence. The People's National Party is not facing an election loss. It is confronting an identity crisis rooted in years of strategic blunders and hollow leadership. When Rise United emerged, fueled by capitalist wins and ambitious disruption, it did not uplift the party. It hollowed it out, replacing the socialist compass with economic opportunism for a few and their tapanaris friends. But because they often say that the people are not bright enough to understand, because they often say that the people are not bright enough to understand, hello, Debbie and Crawford, they tell the people the wickedness they will do to them, to their faces, and think that they could not figure it out. They stood in front of comrades and told them that they had their money already. Hey, grandfather crap. They stood in front of comrades and told them that they had their money already and that they and their Tapanaris friends would rule the country. Don't tell me that they didn't do that. From the days of Norman to Michael Manley and until the Rise Men came, the PNP had always been fighting against Tapanaris and colonial rule in Jamaica. Hmm? But they thought they could not understand how they were being mocked. Peter Phillips was ousted. Lisa Hanna had to walk away for peace of mind. The ideological pillars were demolished without blueprint replacements. Tapanari's friends were alerted that the party now belonged to Rise, Grandfather Krabby. But look at them now, in their cult, doing their sorcery, attacking Dr. Anjo and the Bible like they don't need Jesus. They are proving they can't do the job, and comrades don't like it. Stop fighting against progress, says the comrades. It's not everything you should oppose. It's not everything you should oppose. But they think they are too big to listen. Our children need buses too, says the comrades. But the rich capitalists laugh. Them no cater for poor people picnic. They say, bring in the picnic snatching taxi men instead of those buses. Communities from St. Elizabeth to St. Anne are no longer quietly shifting allegiances. They are making a scene of it. The baptism is not spiritual revival, it's coded messaging. It says we are switching because we have been abandoned. We no longer believe in the red we wore. We want something that speaks, something that shows up. And the irony, the leadership watches it happen, saying little, doing less, because they are ashamed, knowing they are rice and the tapanaris, cultic capitalists, while the people are the socialist comrades of the PNP. These two do not take tea. So Rise United, led by Mark Golding and the Tapanaris aspirants, hello Damien, they are proving they can't do the job and comrades don't like it. Andrew Holness is the whisper that wins. No loud noise or commotion. Stepping lightly because it doesn't have to be too arrogant. No loud noise or commotion. Just a little Bible and a big heart. Uh-huh. Just a little Bible and a big heart. PM Holness made a strategic speech that, on the surface, felt ordinary. He told the PNP faithful he would never discriminate against them, that his government is for everyone. But it landed like a salve on old wounds. PNP supporters didn't just feel heard, they felt protected, no longer needing to hide or apologize for their past loyalty. This single gesture of inclusive rhetoric cracked the tribal wall. It didn't require a manifesto, just acknowledgement. And in that moment, the switch wasn't just political, it was emotional liberation. But Rise United, they are still proving they can do the job, and comrades don't like it. With their elite camouflage and internal sabotage, Karen Cross, a known JLP amplifier, is allegedly still deeply rooted in PNP ideology. And what's wrong with that? So are other influencers and insiders. The paradox is breathtaking. PNP elites working to empower the JLP while waiting for the real PNP to resurrect, or maybe they themselves will be the resurrectors of that needed opposition party in a democracy. Nothing on this script is morally incorrect. There are many old PNP stalwarts who believe that a win for the JLP would work to salvage the PNP from the prison of Rise United. Why? Because Mark Golding's Rise faction isn't just failing, it's being rejected by the very base it hijacked. They are proving they can't do the job, and comrades don't like it. This is the final irony, sabotage by design, much like a holy war. Rise United gained power by dismantling its own party, consolidating control, silencing critics, expelling veterans, but in doing so, it sowed its own demise. Now, with defection turning into theater and betrayal into baptism, the base is no longer silent. They are switching, are waiting, are quietly praying. The entire structure implodes just to build again. PNP comrades are not fighting JLP victory. They are awaiting internal collapse, hoping it clears the debris for a second coming of the real PNP, authenticity and fire. But Rise United, the masters of buffoonery, they are proving they can do the job, and comrades don't like it. People, you are tuned in to a SkyWALKER commentary. Remember to like this video and even share as well. Subscribe to stay in touch with the movement. SkyWALKER's own reflections. This entire deal is not just about votes. This is about legacy rupture. This switch isn't caused by charisma, money, or campaign slogans. It's driven by absence, arrogance, and abandonment. When PNP turns green, the baptism of betrayal is a national phenomenon. But it's also a warning. Loyalty without leadership decays, and betrayal, when ritualized, becomes a movement. The comrades are speaking, some in cheers, some in silence, but all with the same code. They say about their waste leaders. They are proving they can do the job, and comrades don't like it. Thanks for listening to the Skywalker commentary.